Hi, Jess Ponce here. I am an author, I am a media coach, and I'm also a personal branding expert. My tagline is be seen, be heard, breakthrough. And what does that mean? It means I want you to show up at your best when you need it the most so that your brand, your message can land with your desired audience to create the impact you want. In other words, I want you to be bold. And what does that mean? I think often we misunderstand that this idea of being bold means that you have to be extravagant or that you have to be loud, that you have to be big. That's not what being bold is. Being bold, in many ways, is being vulnerable. It is also being committed to who you are and authentic. When I think about somebody who is obviously bold, Lady Gaga, with her great outfits and all the stuff that she does, when you look at those outfits, when you look at how she parades out there, you know that she's committed to it, that she's authentic, and in many ways, she is vulnerable. Sometimes being bold can be like that, and in other times it could be doing something unexpected. And a recent, very powerful person who was bold was Simone Biles. Her decision to no longer compete was something that I'm sure was something that she couldn't decide easily. But she was committed to her own health, her own well-being, and also committed to her team. And in that moment where she had to be vulnerable and say, I no longer can do that, she was being authentic to herself. And so sometimes when we do things like that, when we say no, or I can't, or I won't, we are being bold. We are being bold if we are committed to a greater good, and often that greater good can be ourselves. Other times when we are bold is when we are really expressive with our bodies. And I think about Lizzo, who celebrates her size, who enjoys everything about who she is and how she shows up. And she's a band geek, a self-described band geek at heart. Flute. And she loved that flute. And I actually wasn't a huge fan until a friend of mine showed me this video recently of her, and I just fell in love with her. Everything that she stands for, because she dared to be who she is and not compromise or feel bad about her size or what she wears, but she really celebrates her own sensuality and inspires the rest of us, especially me, to look at how much do I appreciate my body. So sometimes when we are bold, we do something that might be unexpected, but it's not a no, it's a big yes. Here I am, take me as I am, I'm celebrating me. I am inspired by that because Lizzo is in her body and I've started doing something bold myself. And that are dance videos on Instagram. And I'm out there, I'm doing these different things on Instagram and doing the cha-cha-cha and dances and things that I've never tried before. But as a coach, these are things that I ask my participants to do in the workshop. And if you've ever been to my workshop, you know we do a dance break in and out of every different exercise because I want people to get in their body. So for me, I'm vulnerable by sharing that with my followers. I'm authentic because it really is, I do love to dance. And also I'm committed to it because you can't put something out on social media without other people seeing it. So I want you to think about, what are you committed to doing? And how vulnerable are you when you show up? It's really easy to sit there and comment on somebody else's posts and to critique that, but it's far more difficult to actually put yourself out there and do something. And if you're an executive or an entrepreneur or an influencer who's building a brand, we live in a transparent world where people want to know more about you. So share a little bit about yourself, an interest, a hobby, a sport that you like, music that you like, a team, or maybe even a recipe. Because if people don't see you out there, they get suspicious, right? Like think about your favorite stars or your favorite executives. You want to know more about who they are. So be committed to that, be vulnerable, and be authentic in everything that you show. And above all, be bold. Don't be scared, because people want to know about you, not just what you do. If you like this video, please press like, and also remember to follow me. And for any more information, you can always go to jp3globalmedia.com.